Having confidence that I am safe at home is one of my biggest priorities. Simply Safe agents can act within 5 seconds of receiving your alarm and can even see and speak to intruders to stop them in their tracks. Protect your home with 50% off a new Simply Safe system, plus a free indoor security camera when you sign up for fast project monitoring. Just visit simplysafe.com/random. That's simplysafe.com/random. There's no safe like Simply Safe. ZipRecruiter's powerful matching technology identifies top talent for your roles quickly, and immediately after you post your job, it starts showing you qualified people for it. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. See why ZipRecruiter is the hiring site employers prefer most, based on G2. Try it for free at this exclusive web address, ziprecruiter.com/random. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire.
I opened up for Dave Chappelle.
Jay Pharoah, how were they tonight?
Dude, I got a standing ovation.
Now I gotta throw out all these Jay Pharoah bomb jokes. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen.
It's crazy. That's crazy.
What do you mean?
That's crazy. There's so many. Wow, that's gonna be memes.
Let me tell you something. If we're still talking at 8 o'clock, I heard you have a set at 8 o'clock, it's 5:30, then this has gone very well.
What's going on, brother?
But I know it will.
It's been a minute.
I'm a fan of yours.
It's been I've never met you in person. I said it's been a minute.
You sound like a magician. We've never met, am I right? We've never met. And I've never performed this trick on you. Nothing has been prearranged.
Nobody's gonna pop out of it. There's no invisible.
That's what I love about doing this podcast, is that you get to, I would normally take a midweek break at right at this hour.
Yeah.
To probably smoke pot with somebody, but now I get to do it with you or Quentin Tarantino last week. Or, it's just, not that I don't love all my friends, but it's like I have never met you. It's great, and I've been a fan.
It's just because like you say, it doesn't feel like we haven't met because I've watched, of course, I've been a fan for years, so it's like, for years I've watched you. So thank you for having me, brother.
Oh, yeah. Now you're on tour? Is that why you're in town?
I am on tour. I go usually on the weekends, I go out.
I would definitely see you, and I wouldn't see a lot of comedians.
Oh, thank you, man. Thank you.
I love to. Every once in a while, I just drop into the back of the comedy store or the Improv. And it's like, first of all, it takes me back to when I used to be at the clubs. So it's kind of nostalgic, but also it is so much fun to just laugh at a comic. And it's tough when you are a comic because you know the tricks. So, it's a little like what W.C. Fields said about, you could make a regular person laugh by dressing up as an old lady to fall down a manhole. But to make a comedian laugh, it has to really be an old lady. It's a little like that. It's a little harder to find a vein.
Yeah. But it's like you're saying, if it's good, it's authentic. Oh. It's like, wow, I can't sometimes it's more like you're watching as like a player. You're looking at oh, what's he doing? Oh, that's dope. How could he? Oh, he's been working at that. He's been working on his 3, or he's been, he can dunk now. You know what I mean? Oh, look.
The last time I went to the Comedy Store, I had been a while, and some of the things that they were doing reminded me of the exact same stupid mistakes I was doing when I was their age. What a guy was doing not that bad.
Right.
But it wasn't great, but he just kept referring to how bad he was doing, which I used to do also. And it just makes it worse.
Yeah.
And as a person in the crowd, I just wanted to say, bro, you're not doing that bad.
Right.
We're enjoying it.
When you hear, especially in the Black community, if you're not doing well on stage, they'll let you know through cutlery. You'll start hearing knives and forks.
Purposely doing that?
Yeah, you'll hear knives, they'll get louder. You'll hear the sipping of drinks, and then this motherfucker don't know. You'll hear a lot of that, and all of that mixed together definitely throws you off as a comic who doesn't want to bomb, but.
Now, the sharpening of the knives, it is so they can actually stab you? Is that
I think so. I think I think they're like, oh yeah, motherfucker, I've been waiting for this. Yeah, you just wait till I get outside. Shit, nobody better say shit. I just got out, motherfucker. I've done every type of room. I've done mixed, I've done white, I've done black, I've done everything. So
Yeah,
luckily,
I mean, it's funny you bring that up because like there's a term, crossover artist,
Yeah.
that we've had forever. I feel like maybe we're at the point almost where we could retire that because like we're all becoming more mingled
yes.
to a degree. I mean, look, is there, do you get a much larger black audience and I get a much larger white audience than you do? Yeah, because we're still tribal.
I think you have more black people than I do, Bill. I think
I don't think that's true. I'd like to.
I think that's true.
No.
You have way more. There's way more black people. Actually, I peeped your set on Def Comedy Jam, and I loved it. I was like,
Def Comedy Jam?
Def Comedy Jam.
When was I on that?
I'm fucking with you.
I was gonna say because I have smoked a lot of pot, and I might have forgotten that. Man, I saw a clip. Speaking of that, of Smokey Robinson.
Oh man,
Did you know the clip I'm talking about?
Was he doing the video?
He's on Def Comedy Jam.
Oh, is he?
It's from quite a while ago.
Was it Def Poetry Jam he was doing?
No.
It was Def Comedy Jam?
That's what it said. And he is killing. He's doing a routine that I cannot quote.
Okay.
Because he's talking about different names.
Mm-hmm. N-word in. Gotcha.
But before that, it was black.
Right.
I mean, black, African American, black, and then the further we go back, I can't say them.
Right.
Even one that used to be completely the right one.
The 1800s one, you might not want to like bring that
the
one
one
up.
that we were using even in the 60s.
Yes.
That isn't like
Yeah.
a slur. That's what Kennedy and Martin Luther King said.
Yeah, it's
anyway,
still around, but yeah, go ahead. Yeah, he was.
But we're so sensitive that it's just not worth saying. Anyway, he's going through this whole litany, and he's just basically saying, "Who makes these changes?" He was fine with black. He thought the move to African American was a little too much, and he was asking if this is one person who decides this, or is there a
who is the N-word orator who decides? No, you can't. No, you can't. You can't. You too. Was it just us as a community? Fully? Oh yeah, please light that up. A lot of people don't even know that.
Light this up? Is that what you said?
Please.
Oh yeah.
A lot of people don't even know why.
You don't have to.
You're gonna do it.
You're
gonna do it. I have such a different. I think I got people. I don't think people really know me like that. I have this.
I don't.
Yeah.
I know you as Mr. Funny Guy, mostly on SNL.
Yeah.
And my favorite thing from the beginning on SNL has always been celebrity impressions. Not just yours.
Okay.
Yours are great. So that, I remember the very first thing they gave Bill Hader to do. And I loved him from the beginning because...
It was Al Pacino, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
The very first time I saw it, I was like, oh, fuck. And then when they do those things where like, this is the... casting we had for a certain movie, and then they show
the auditions.
The auditions. Such a great premise. So I've always been a sucker for your bread and butter.
I think we did the Back to the Future sketch, and he did Pacino, and I think in that sketch I did Eddie. I did Eddie back then. Yeah, that's what it was. And he was at a flux capacitor. What is a flux capacitor? That's hilarious. Yeah. But I find it so funny though. Eddie Murphy that's a character voice he's using.
Yeah, sure.
Eddie Murphy normally just talking regularly.
Yeah.
He's got like he's like, wow, I'm just chilling and having a good time and smoking a J and life is fucked up, you just one day you just walking and then, you get hit by a car and you're like, hey, motherfucker, what the fuck you hit me for? And you're like, and there's nothing you can do about it because that's how fast life hits you. It's like, wow. It's like real,
No, you've captured it. He has a philosophical, he's a dad of like 10 kids. He probably is always talking to his kids and he's kind of explaining shit.
Anybody that raises that many kids and busts that many nuts is very philosophical. Should talk to Nick Cannon. I'm sure he's philosophical as well. He's
What did you
filling his esophageal nuts. That's what he's doing.
did you see the movie Eddie did with Jonah Hill?
Oh, yes, I did.
What'd you think of that?
I thought it was good.
I did too. Although I had quibbles. Go ahead.
You had quibbles?
Well, it's a little woke for me, yeah.
Okay.
Like it's a little you know, I forget what. Also what they meet fighting for a cab. I mean, I felt like Jonah gave himself some cringy lines about I just can't stand the I'm sorry, before we even begin a conversation, I must apologize for what every white person in history has done, but you left your lights on.
Please.
I mean, it's like, there was a little of that I always I'm a little allergic to, quite frankly.
Yeah, a letter is a letter, an open letter written apologizing for slavery, those type of things.
Do you remember the Keenan movie where he's the mailman? And I think it's
is this I'm gonna get you? Is it? It's
no,
not
no,
I'm gonna
no,
get you
no, no. It's the real straight up comedy. It's like
is it don't
drink your
juice in
in
South
the
Central.
hood,
Or drink
right.
your juice in hood. Yes.
And somebody will have a line in the movie, and it's I mean, he did parody like nobody.
Oh, absolutely.
And then he would be he was the guy, he was directed it, I think, but he just gave himself this cameo, and he message. Remember that? He turned right to camera and went, message.
They've always.
I love when they take the piss out of shit like that.
When they break the fourth wall.
Well, also just taking the. I mean, it's harder for white people to do that about any black stuff, but to take the piss, everybody needs to take the piss out of
out of whatever.
Everything.
Yeah.
Take the piss out of everything.
And you're right that everybody is so everything is so serious. People are so ready to get offended over whatever. You know what I mean? Just so they can feel included in it's happening to me too. But I'll tell you some real stuff. I did a show in and it always happens when I'm in always happens near Cleveland. Always happens in
Cleveland.
Yeah, always happens in Cleveland. Well, always happens in Ohio. Shit always happens in Ohio. Everywhere I go in Ohio, there's always some weird stuff. Had a lady walk out of a show. Her fam? Oh, please, yes. Oh, God, yes.
Well, what weird in what way? What are we talking about?
So her and 4 of her family members that she was with, all Caucasians. So I'm using the N-word. And
as is your right.
As is my right. And she gets mad and she walks out. And I got ADD. So
wait, a white lady walked out on a. Okay, now this, I'm gonna let you. I'm gonna let you finish, Taylor. But this is what just makes the left, this kind of thing, so obnoxious. People wonder why do you hate the left so much? I haven't straightened my head. Who's actually more dangerous? And of course it's the right. But it's this kind of shit that in the pit of your stomach, you just fucking hate people like that.
It's
So go ahead. A white lady walks out on you.
She walks out on me because I'm using it. Now, everybody's having a great time. Now, I got ADD, so immediately, I said, where y'all going? Where the fuck y'all going? I dropped the mic and I followed them.
What you really do have ADD?
Oh yeah, it's bad. It's bad. I'll real quick. I've learned how to combat it with weed, but for the most part, it's I could be all over the place, whatever. I've learned how to turn it into a superpower. But anyway, go back to the story.
Right.
I walk out, and I'm looking. I'm like, why did you walk out? She was like, that word you used. I said, ma'am, which one? Because, I talk a lot. Which word you talking about? The N-word. I start walking away. She says, where are you going? I said, I'm not having this conversation with you. No, my grandson is black. So because...
All right, I'm gonna beat this lady over the head. She's not even here. I'm gonna fucking beat her over the head.
I wish that was the world's smallest violin and I could play it right now. What? How about you could?
No, I don't do drugs.
Oh, okay, cool. That's what's.
No, I'm kidding. Give me the drug.
Okay, cool. Yeah, please. Okay.
But
you good? You good?
No, I'm good.
Okay, all right. Put it down. All right.
Yeah, I'll take it.
Yeah, please, man. Come on. Yeah, please take it.
I honestly think that that is much more offensive than a white person actually using the word.
Yes. How dare
I'm glad
you?
how dare you?
How dare you?
Yeah.
You're trying to deprive me of my colonial right of saying this word. She really got mad. She's like, well, you shouldn't use it. My grandson. I said, ma'am, how about being viewed as one of those to the general populace that doesn't even know all of the different levels to the word? I said, think about that. And I keep walking. Well, fuck you too.
Really, it got to that?
Yes.
How old was this person, may I ask?
She was like, she had to be in her 60s.
60s?
60s.
I would have guessed way younger, but it just shows that the woke mind disease does exist.
Yeah.
And it does exist in potentially anybody. People really got on Musk for saying woke mind disease, and let me tell you, he's got a woke mind disease now too. I mean, and that's the political situation we're in. Basically, it's like he's not wrong that there is a woke mind disease on the left. I agree, but Trumpism is also a mind disease.
Oh, absolutely.
And man, some of these guys who used to be center right have gone full on, like the way Trump either makes you go so far left you're obnoxious, or so far that you're insufferable.
Okay.
And here I am in the middle.
Can I ask you this though? Do you look at Trump as do you look at him from a comedic aspect, like standpoint? Like that's how I try to do. Because okay, whatever he says is gonna be crazy as shit. A lot of it has to be fact checked because like 90% of it is
You
bullshit.
can just assume it's wrong.
Right.
Because I mean, that sounds snarky. It's just true. Because he would be the first to tell you if he could be rational about something, but he said it in so many words to other people in interviews that he's not even attempting to tell what's absolutely, like, factually true.
No.
It's sort of spiritually true. Like, you can't take it literally. And he's not even attempting it. It just feels right to say, and then he'll pull something out of his ass like, unemployment, the official is 3%. It could be, they say it could be up to 45. Well, it plainly could not.
Right.
But he said things like, and he does it all the time. So it's a tremendous superpower in politics because you do that constantly and no one expects you to make literal sense. Can you imagine what kind of advantage of that is in a presidential race?
Yeah.
Not to have to make literal sense? He's got that going for him.
Wow. He's got the keys, but
You do him?
I do. Damn, I'm gonna do it right now.
No, you don't have to.
See how it is.
You're not performing here.
No,
I'm just asking.
No, I do. I started, he's one of the last ones that, at first I didn't want to do him because everything that he stands for, I mean, everything that he's
a bad
done.
man, yes.
He's done some,
He's a bad guy. He's just a bad guy. I don't like him.
But then I started saying,
Well, if I watch this guy,
Oh, that's great.
if I absolutely look at this man
Wow.
and I see exactly what he's trying to do, I'm basically a genie in a lamp. Rub me, baby. rub me the right way. And swear to God, people will die and no one will care. No one will care about the deaths. No one cares. Death, people die all the time, babe. Hey, just like money-making Mitch said, like he said in Paid in Full, N-words die every day, baby. They absolutely do. They die.
Okay, I'm out. I will not stand. My ninth cousin, twice removed, is an octoroon. And can you still say that one? Oh, who gives a fuck? You don't mind, do you?
go ahead, man.
It's a funny word.
Octoroon?
Yes. I mean, the fact that
Octoroon?
you've heard it.
No, I've never heard that word.
Are you serious?
What is octoroon?
You never heard octoroon?
No. What is octoroon?
Well, oct from 8.
Uh-huh.
I think it's someone who is 1/8 black.
Oh, wow.
They they had, yeah, they had words like that. Like, I think that's if one of your grandparents.
Well, wow. I've never heard that before.
Oh.
Octoroon.
Yeah.
That's no. We've heard like,
Yeah.
okay, this person's mixed or something. They
I don't
just
think
say
it
180.
certainly was not used as a slur.
Yeah.
There was no, you damn.
That sounds. I'm sorry, octoroon. That sounds delicious. Whatever.
It does. Yes,
it sounds good.
Yes, I'll have the octoroon.
Yes,
can
please.
Can I get that with rice?
Hey, can we get a couple more octoroons over here? Oh, compliments to the chef. The octoroon. It's amazing. I love this octoroon. This is.
Could also be a drink. Yeah. Little octoroony before work, huh?
How's about me and you have us an octoroon?
Why does that guy's shoulders? Why is that guy's shoulders like this? What the fuck? Here, please. Please
Okay.
take.
Well,
Yes.
that is a great Trump. It's so funny to me that Trump, I think nobody like got him. They did these impressions like Alec Baldwin, which was funny and fine, but it wasn't him.
It wasn't spot on. It was.
It wasn't. It didn't capture the essence of him or really the sound.
Yeah.
And then you got it.
Yeah.
Our guy Matt Friends got it.
Absolutely.
The dude on SNL now. I
AJ.
should know his name.
He's
but
definitely got it.
He totally is a genius at it. Several people, and it's funny. There was a breakthrough. There was a certain moment.
It's the hands. It's the.
Did I just drop the baby? The baby is dropped. I dropped this baby. Someone pick up this baby quickly. We don't want it to turn to one of.
You know what it is?
those.
It's the channeling of the stream of conscious.
Yeah, it just goes.
Because he just is a mental patient. So it's just a guy ranting,
Yeah.
and the way he connects. They once did one on SNL, and they put me in it because Chris Christie. He's like, I saw Chris Christie on the panel. He had to sit there with the other dopes. He didn't even get the top spot in the front. You know, and then he goes from like that to pirates or something. It's
all over the place.
And when you capture that, you capture him, and you have.
And he's well appreciated. A lot of people don't see me do that one. You know what, man? While we're even talking about this, a lot of folks don't even know that I do white folks. They're just like, they ask questions. Does he do white people? I'm like, yeah, of course, I can do white folks. Oh,
You just did Trump.
I just did Trump. Like, come on, son. I mean, there's more, but there's so much. Like, everybody's voice is different. So you just got to be able to tap into it.
Also, you go where the customer has been underserved. And the customer has traditionally been underserved with doing the black voices.
Yeah.
Because most of the impressionists were white.
Yeah.
I never heard anybody do Denzel, which, who has to be my favorite movie star. I realized when I
You see, that's the thing. That's the thing, Bill. They don't understand. They don't understand how much dedication it takes to put inside the pot the right ingredients to make that gumbo. You understand? That's what it is.
Wow.
Yeah. It's kind of scary, right? It's like you're sitting here
It's
talking.
scary that when I closed my eyes, I couldn't tell that it wasn't.
That's the thing, though. If you open them as well, you can also see it. You can see me go right into the pocket. That's the pocket right there. You're looking at both pockets and you pay the bill. That's what you do, Bill. Yeah. Who thought you'd be sitting here? Who thought, hey, Denzel Washington and Bill Maher smoking and Jay together? That's
I would really love to do it with the real one. Can you connect me? I'm sure you have meetings.
You know what? I met Denzel. Here you go, brother.
He's just the coolest.
He is. Him and Lenny Kravitz, man.
I met him. He's a big fan.
Yeah.
Like I could tell legitimately. I was so honored. I saw him at the Oscars, trying to get him here too.
Yeah.
Big fan of his. But Denzel, just as far as the batting average of entertaining movies, one after another. I just watched the for the second time, the third Equalizer, because it was so good.
Yeah.
He and Fuqua.
Yeah,
What a great team. Training Day.
Yeah, man.
Trump reminds me now, I've said this, I think, somewhere, of Denzel at the end.
Oh,
You know,
and
I'm King Kong up in
King
this.
Kong got shitty.
and like, I think Trump's power is ebbing finally.
Yeah.
I don't think he's going to win the election.
No.
And I think he's a little bit like, I'm King Kong up in here. And people are like, we were afraid of you for so long and we're under your thumb. And you know what? We finally, even us who liked you, we've had enough of the act.
Absolutely.
And
they just start walking away, throwing their bandanas down.
Right. Well, that's certainly not what the Republicans do, but
you know,
their version of that.
Yeah, they don't. Yeah, they.
Right. Having confidence that I am safe at home is one of my biggest priorities. Do you feel unease when you go to sleep at night or leave your home? Well, that's not good. Maybe you should move, or wait, I'm guessing something better's along. If you don't, you're not paying attention. I've also felt that same unease, but it wasn't until my tree trimmer I had to fire crawled through the doggy door that I realized how urgently I needed a security system, and I knew my family, which includes mostly dogs, deserved the best. After some extensive research done by my podcast producer, we found Simply Safe for my entire staff, because I don't want anything to happen to them. Or me. Why them? Me. They can take care of their own security. Because hiring new people is really hard. But that's another ad. With Fast Protect, monitoring and live guard protection. Simply Safe agents can act within 5 seconds of receiving your alarm and can even see and speak to intruders to stop them in their tracks. You'll never be locked into a long-term contract, and Simply Safe has been named Best Home Security Systems by U.S. News & World Report for 5 years running. Well, that should close the deal, but I continue, and offers the best customer service in home security, according to Newsweek. Protect your home with 50% off a new Simply Safe system, plus a free indoor security camera when you sign up for Fast Project Monitoring. Just visit simplysafe.com/random. That's simplysafe.com/random. There's no safe like Simply Safe. Oh, my editorial at the end of the show this week is about Matthew Perry and the drug industry.
Oh, man.
And the doctors who killed him. And I mean, it was just like, I mean, I have very mixed feelings about Western medicine. I'm glad it exists, kind of in the same way I'm glad guns exist, because otherwise we'd be at the mercy of people who are stronger than us. But I don't want to use them, and I don't want to use Western medicine unless I have to, but sometimes you have to.
Right.
But I mean, their callousness, you know, I mentioned not just him, there's a line in it about doctors killed Elvis, they killed Prince, they killed Tom Petty, they killed Michael Jackson. They've killed more rock stars than twin-engine planes. Which is like pretty on the edge of what you really should be able to say.
Yeah.
But it's true. But you never had a drug problem, right?
No. I've never had a drug problem.
You can always get the drugs you need. That's why it's no problem.
It's like you can go, you go right there to the dispensary and get what you need.
But did you do through your 20s and stuff? Did you do every kind of drug? Did you try? You never tried all the different kinds of drugs? No, just pot.
You know what, man? Yeah, just pot. Because Charlie Murphy told me I got mollied one time. That happened. I didn't know it was in the drink, whatever, but it was 6 doses. Bad.
6 doses?
6 doses. Yeah.
That were put in your drink?
Yeah.
You know, I got roofied once.
Really?
Well, I just remember being at a bar, and it was I've been drunk. I certainly was drunk a lot in my 20s and 30s, and I hate to say it kind of ashamedly, but into my 40s and a little into my 50s. But like, no matter how drunk I got, there was not like a 4-hour period when I remember nothing.
Right.
And that happened one night. I was at a bar. This is about the year 2000. Again, I'm 44. I shouldn't even be in a bar, but fuck it. You know
Oh,
what?
yeah,
Some
why the
of us
fuck
grow
not?
up late, and not, or if you're lucky, not at all.
Right.
Ugh. So, so I'm in this bar, and then I was home, and yes, did I leave with a woman? Yes, and I don't know if I don't think she did it. She seemed to be in a very good mood the next morning, so nothing bad happened. But there was like a 4-hour period where I don't remember anything, and that never. I must have been on. I must have been roofied.
Were you
Who roofied you?
were you empty? It was were you emptied out? Did you feel did anything happen? Did she
Oh, it's 25 years ago. I don't remember that. I mean, I don't remember anything bad. I remember thinking, "Oh, good, someone's going home with me." It's, I remember that. I felt good about that. I don't think she had anything to do with it. She certainly didn't have to roofie me to get me to go home with her. I was perfect.
That's another thing though. Check it out. When you put the shoe on the other foot, and you're talking about, all right, like you got roofied, I got molly, whatever. But if something would happen to us, like say a woman would do something, like, nobody would say, everybody be like, oh, stop bragging. You know what I'm saying?
Right. As well they should.
But
As well they should. See, I don't think people did it to me. I think probably, here's my theory. I'm in this bar. It was like a big bar, one of those, this is, again, a long time ago. Very big bar around the whole room. So there's like 1 million, you could see like 1 million people. I would say this bar was, oh my God, at least 30 feet long. And so you could see like, I think somebody across the way was like, saw me, some guy, and had brought some roofie shit to, and again, I say roofie, I don't know what the drug was.
Right.
Somebody told me it was probably GHB, whatever that is. Whatever it was, I lost like 4 hours. But I think some guy was there, and he was like, there was no girl he wanted to do, but he saw me and hated me from television. Bill Maher from television.
Yeah, of course.
Who's very popular and also hated by a lot of people. Right. And thought, I'll fuck this, I'll fuck this guy up. And that's just a theory.
He was just looking.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, I've been waiting to use this motherfucker. He just puts it.
I mean, I made that up, but it couldn't. That definitely. I can't think of anything else. Why someone would put in my drink.
Or it could have been something else, maybe.
Well, why did they do it to you?
Oh, it was the people I was with, like.
The people you were with?
Yeah, this girl was a rockette, whatever. She had her friends.
Was what?
She was a rockette.
A rockette?
A rockette.
Like literally at the Rockefeller Center?
Yeah, she was a rockette. Yeah. And she,
you said it with such pride.
Yeah.
No, I'm sure she's very attractive. They don't hire
absolutely
no ugly Rockettes.
No,
not at all.
They're adorable.
Yeah, you're knocking off Rockettes. You're a baller.
Hey, man. I'm just, listen.
Hey, I can introduce you to the June Taylor dancers. I think you will be very impressed, my friend.
Just introduce me to the river dancers. Just show me some river dancers. Okay. I'll be good with that.
All right, so the Rockette roofied you?
Yeah, it was.
Wow.
No, because all of her friends were about to do it. And I saw champagne.
So the Rockettes are loaded like that?
Yeah, they got shit.
That's why they kick like that, huh?
Yeah, that's why it's so high, because
I see.
Dude, it's
Okay, we learned stuff on this podcast.
Yep.
Okay, so the Rockettes.
I was hanging out with her and her friends, and somebody had it. And I didn't know that it was the champagne. I didn't know it was champagne. I didn't know it was in the champagne.
Oh.
And yeah.
They didn't tell you on purpose?
No. They just, nobody's, I guess it's known. I guess they're regular Molly takers. But
right.
me.
Just assumed it's in the champagne.
Oh, yeah, he knows. Yeah.
Please.
Yeah, it's champagne. Of course he knows.
In the VIP section. Of course there's Molly in the champagne. We're not animals here. I mean, we're not farmers, for crying out loud.
Come on, man. Yeah,
we're not sophisticated city.
Yeah.
Who serves champagne without Molly in it? Oh, okay.
So it's it was there, and I like champagne, so and I drink fast. I used to drink very fast. Stopped doing that, Bill. Had to stop doing that.
So you don't drink at all?
I don't drink anymore.
That's good. Drinking is the worst.
Yeah, no. But please.
No, I drink a little, but I drink so much. You know what? I save my drink for this show.
Yeah.
But really, I mean, I have literally 2 or 3 drinks a week.
Oh,
I used to have 2 or 3 before I went out.
Yeah.
You know.
Mine was a little bit more than that, I believe.
Oh, really? You had a drinking
It
problem?
wasn't a drinking problem. What it was.
You could get all the drinking with the liquor you wanted. It wasn't a problem.
It was there. Yeah, it was there. So you just have a couple, then you have a couple more, and then you have another one.
Right.
And then it's like you're 5, 6 drinks in. But my mother has a very high tolerance. So
For you or liquor?
for liquor.
I see.
So that's like a thing. I don't know if it's a Brooklyn thing or whatever, but it ain't a Brooklyn thing. It's just a her thing, whatever. So me and my sister, we got these crazy tolerances. So I could drink 8 in a day or something like that.
Yeah.
It was
There are people who do way more than that.
yeah.
They're called the British. I mean, really, the British rock stars, the British actors, especially the old school dudes like Michael Caine.
Yeah.
I'm talking about Oliver Reed, Peter O'Toole, Richard Burton, that crew.
Yeah.
They like put away bottles
Yeah.
in a day. Like they'd have a bottle and then like wine at lunch, because that was just like almost.
Yeah, you gotta have one.
To be that pissed and still act. So 8, yeah, I remember certainly going out when I was 20s and 30s. If you went out, you had all this energy back then. And also you were always on the hunt.
Yeah.
Which is just so embarrassing to think about it even when you're young. But okay, so you'd go to like 2 or 3 different places in a night.
Yeah.
So, okay, and each one you'd have 2 or 3 drinks.
Absolutely.
Okay, so if you go to 3 places times 3 drinks, you know, you're already up to, so
yeah.
your body is almost too good when you're young because it allows you to abuse it this much.
Yeah, you're right. You become allergic to things that you were never allergic to before, like Caesar salad. Yeah. You want to kill me easily, just give me a chicken Caesar wrap. I'm going. I'm out of here. I think it's the anchovies in it. But I grew out of that. When I was 30, I had that. And by the time I was 35.
Did you ever get close to getting married?
Oh, I mean, yeah. Early in my 20s.
But you got out of it?
Yeah, I got out of it. She had a daughter, which was cool. You know, I loved her daughter as well as her. But yeah, man, I hadn't lived life, man. So I got out of that situation. And I tried to come back because, you think, you like, man, well, I'm over there. I'm on SNL at this time.
Right.
Dude, I'm 22 when I got the job.
Really? That young?
22 years old when I got the job. So 23, 24, 25, like I'm teetering or whatever when it comes to, the relationship. Because only thing I requested was like no stress. Oh, don't stress me, whatever. I gotta be at this job that requires my attention.
That is well, I mean, that's the hardest thing to request, I think, of a woman. And the most amazing thing to find, if you find that in a woman, that gives you no stress.
Absolutely.
I don't feel bad about staying single my whole life, looking for that.
Yeah.
And when you find it, it is pretty amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, because and I'm not knocking women. It's just like in their nature, certain things, when I look back on my life, I realized that the majority of the stress did not come from work, even though people would think, oh, Bill, you're mixing dangerous chemicals every week on that show. I mean, and I am, and there have been very stressful moments. And each week, I guess, is somewhat stressful. But the real stress in my life came from relationships, even good ones. There's just a built-in, like, I'm living my life, and I have to kind of live your life too.
Yeah.
The way you said that.
No, because I feel you. Like,
I know you do. We all feel this way.
It's
harder.
Yeah, man. And to incorporate like you're saying, I'm incorporating your life and mine, and I'm trying to move at a level, and I'm trying to elevate,
Right.
and I
Well, I
gotta
got to think about my day and apparently your day.
yours.
It's like, it's 2 days. But there's only,
it's 48 hours and 24 hours.
And
It's crazy.
if you can find someone who like, I couldn't give a shit if you asked about my day.
Right.
That is a real find.
Oh man, let's just sit there in silence.
And it doesn't mean you don't care.
Right, we admire each other.
Right.
This is admiration.
And like, but I always wonder why people why don't you want to just, when you're with the person, be at your best?
Yeah.
Like, of course, if there's something serious, your significant other, you want them there for you. But like just day-to-day shit, like my boss doesn't understand me, or it's like, why don't you just let the character actors handle that?
Absolutely.
And then you just be the star of the show and have it be a great romantic comedy every time. But it's hard, I guess. I don't know.
It's just what you.
But now you're totally single?
Now, God dang it. No.
Never mind.
It's,
you know what? I wouldn't want to answer the same question, so just forget it.
I'm like,
Let's.
no. I would tell you this. There is a lovely piece of me that I have found.
Piece of what?
Piece of me that I have found.
Oh, good. I thought you said meat.
No. Oh, no.
Lovely piece of meat. I mean,
no.
come on, be a little more gentlemanly than that.
No, Bill, I don't go to the parties. I don't do that. That's, we stay away from
No,
those.
piece of me you found.
Yes.
That's a good title for something.
So I would say.
A piece of me I found.
I mean, you gotta find people that, just, I don't know, gel with you in a certain way, and they understand.
Don't stress you.
That's right.
You got enough of your own stress.
Exactly. So, she don't stress your boy out. I'm like, listen,
Right.
sweetheart, beautiful.
Right. That's the piece of me you found.
Yeah.
Because if you don't have that, what you're saying to somebody is, you want a piece of me? And that's why I like marijuana.
Yeah. Hey man, I love it. Oh my gosh. It is a beautiful addition to the household. However.
Well, there's only really, I was thinking about this issue with what we were talking about before and what I was working on this week, although it's not in the piece, but like people are always asking, what's the gateway drug? They're very obsessed with that, especially people who don't think drugs should be legal and so forth. And my answer always is, whatever is the first one you do.
Mm-mm.
For some people, it's beer. For some people, it's pot. Kids these days, Ritalin or whatever. But the first time you go from, reality to this is something where my mind can go and it's different than reality.
Yeah.
It's a little better. It can be a little worse.
Yeah.
But it is different. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's like having a vacation home.
But yeah. But what if your timeshare becomes your home?
That's the problem. Exactly. Some
You know?
people that's it. Some people cannot go on vacation either one day for even one day because
Yeah.
then they'll just stay on vacation.
Get lost.
I mean, there are a lot of people who stay on vacation.
Yeah.
I mean, America, I'm generally liberal on these things, but we also do have a lot of deadbeats and ne'er-do-wells and people who take advantage of our often generous system. Those knuckleheads on January 6th,
Oh,
Trump is
man.
having a award show for them.
They'll get off. They'll absolutely get off.
Really?
You won't have to worry about voting in 4 years. No one have to worry about it.
Did anybody just hear what this motherfucker just said?
Yeah, I did. I heard that. You're right. He says the quiet part out loud. You got to give him that.
What?
But these guys, I'm not saying they're not sincere, but
North
somehow
Korea is not that bad. It's not that bad. We can change America into North Korea. Why not? one person to follow me who else lick my wounds, lick my toes. What?
Yeah, remember he wrote a love letter to Kim Jong-un?
Oh my gosh, man. What the?
But those guys, you know, again, deadbeats in America, I just got to say, they're all about being hardworking Americans, but somehow they all had a day off in the middle of the week. Somehow nobody missed work.
No.
Like when it came to J6 Day, they were able to get the day. I feel like a lot of them just had the day off.
Yeah, they had the.
I don't think it was a problem.
There was a list. They had an Instagram page. They had the whole 9 yards.
They did.
They had it set up. They said, we're going to meet on this day. Everybody clock in. They had a piece of paper. They passed it around. It was, there was a meeting. There were definitely meetings.
Yeah, I always thought that they accented too much Trump's activities on that day, which were, of course, reprehensible, but legally to try to get him on that is just too tough. The crime he committed was having not conceded the election up until that day, and of course, every day after it, up until the present, still hasn't conceded. But, you know, the election was early November. This was January 6th. He still had not conceded the election in that whole time, while trying a million different ways to stay in office. That's the crime. The entire time span from, okay, we'll give you a week after the election. Certainly all the votes are in by then. No, they don't all come in on election night now. We do it by mail. I don't know why they can't get it better. Other countries do it. Brazil did it in like fucking 3 hours. But okay, it's America. We fuck things up. But a week after the election, that's it. Okay, that's it. After that, you gotta like take one for the team. I know it hurts to lose.
Yeah, he was squatting in the White House.
He was a squatter, yes.
He was just squatting in the White House. Like, what the?
Didn't LeBron have squatters?
Yeah.
Didn't he have a thing about squatters?
What the fuck? No,
yeah,
no, no.
Yeah, he owned some prop. Yes, I think.
So somebody broke into his shit.
It wasn't his own house, of course, but he owned some other house, and you know. It's funny out here in liberal LA when like something actually happens to the liberal, suddenly they like understand what people, you know, like all the migrants that got bused to New York and Chicago and LA. We get them directly, but you know, I was very sympathetic to those border states who were like, yeah, you're yelling at us, but. Now you see what we're dealing with.
Right.
You know, now they're in your hotels.
Right.
It's costing your taxpayers. We're not even saying we shouldn't have immigrants, but somebody's got to pay for it.
Somebody's got to pay for it. Yeah, exactly.
So, you know, now you're so bitching. They're on Martha's Vineyard.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I thought you were the ones who said you wanted them. You know, let's spread the pain around.
This is so beautiful. I love this place here.
Who's that? I don't know.
No, it's just somebody just chilling. Somebody chilling there at the venue.
Oh,
It's somebody at the venue.
Yeah, it's a very nice. I love the flora. The florist is a beautiful.
It's the migrant who just got off the bus.
That's what I'm.
Yeah, and then you have to have the liberal Karen there with the. Can I get you anything? You must
I'm
be
so sorry.
You must be so thirsty walking 1,000 miles. I did not walk. I took a plane because that's how most migrants get here. They take a plane and then they just stay.
Right.
They don't like crash through the. I mean, some do. Obviously, many do. But
see.
most people who are in the.
Some of them use abilities.
Yeah, the wall is not unless the wall can stop planes. It's not going to do anything. People come, you buy a ticket to America. Anybody can do it. And then, you're supposed to go back, and then they just disappear.
Yeah, it's called Greyhound. It's quick. It's right there.
Greyhound. It's just, it's not rocket science.
You go right
getting into
over.
this country.
It's a bus.
Right.
It's not hard.
Well, I've worked at a ton of places over the years, from comedy clubs to TV networks to this very podcast you're watching right now. I've worked with mostly great people, and a few of those where I was like, how are you even alive, let alone working? And it made me wonder how different those jobs would have been if the hiring managers had ZipRecruiter. Not really back then, that's what I was thinking, but reflecting on it, yes, that is a good point. They could have saved themselves from sifting through application after application for hours upon hours. They could have used ZipRecruiter's powerful matching technology to find qualified people and not hire the guy who eats everyone's food out of the fridge. And you know, a service is solid when it gets great word of mouth. That's why I wanted to let you know what people are saying about our sponsor, ZipRecruiter. The marketing manager of NextKey said, the number one reason why we love ZipRecruiter is because it's so fast and easy. Well, I mean, they certainly picked the right kind of quote. And the CEO of Walls Need Love said, I posted a job on ZipRecruiter and found my lead graphic designer within just a few days. Sounds like another satisfied customer to me. The takeaway, if you're hiring, ZipRecruiter excels at finding qualified candidates fast. And right now, you can try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/random. ZipRecruiter's powerful matching technology identifies top talent for your roles quickly. And immediately after you post your job, it starts showing you qualified people for it. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. See why ZipRecruiter is the hiring site employers prefer most, based on G2. Which we all know what that is. Don't make me spell it out. Try it for free at this exclusive web address, ZipRecruiter.com/random. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. I feel like it was easier to joke around on racial stuff.
Years ago.
Am I wrong about that?
No, you're absolutely right about that. Because like I said, everybody's so ready to get offended. Everybody's so ready to be part of the general populace. Like, yeah, I'm mad too. I'm angry too. So, you know.
It offends me because, like, I feel like you should trust me.
Right.
Unless I do something really horrible, which I'm not going to do. But you should trust me that if I make a certain joke, you know where my heart is. You know
Right.
where I've been. I mean, I gave Obama $1 million. Okay? I think I paid my dues. Like, so that we can just joke. And of course, it's better when we do joke.
Yeah. When you keep it bottled up, it's just
also
it's not
because
healthy.
it's like it's a bonding mechanism.
Yeah.
It's like, but you have to trust the person is not doing it with ill intent. But like, you know, if you do or any black comic does a white voice, you know, they all have the way the white guy talks, right? I'm sure you got your
Mine just sounds like John Mulaney, I guess. Just
okay, there you go.
I mean,
But so that's funny, and it is funny. I always laugh at it. But I can't. If I do it, if I did a black voice, they'd be canceling me the next day. That's just like, really, you don't trust me.
that's to the people. That's just the folks that are in charge. Not everybody else, like on the ground level. Some people don't care. Some
most
people don't care.
care.
Okay, most people don't care.
But they still go along with it because nobody wants to be the one who gets called out by the mean girls on Twitter that you're not, you know, you're not in line with the wokest of the woke. So they get into, you're right, people don't really care.
Yeah.
But we've seen it too many times where they also don't want to stick their neck out.
Right.
Not that it should be something that requires that much courage, but I don't know if you saw Bobby Kennedy endorsed Trump.
Yes.
Right? And then, you know, he's married to Cheryl Hines,
Yes.
Larry David's work wife on Curb Your Enthusiasm and many other projects. And, you know, I know her, I know them, and I really felt bad for her because they came after her. And, you know, Bobby Kennedy, he does do a lot and say a lot of weird fucking shit. I mean, eating bears and cutting up dead whales. And, I mean, what the fuck? And a worm in his brain.
Yeah, he must watch some, he must watch anime or some shit, some hentai shit. It's fucked up. You know what I'm talking about.
I mean, I know what anime is.
Okay. You know what hentai anime is?
I don't know what hentai is.
That's some other crazy.
What is it?
it's like anime porn, but it's like fucked up shit, like motherfucker tentacles and shit like that.
Oh, okay, sure.
Yeah, so he must be watching. He must be seeing some of that type of thing too.
I remember reading something about that Japanese porn got into the tentacles because for some reason I think they were highly censored after the war so that you couldn't show a penis.
I didn't know that.
I'm not sure I know it. I'm just saying I think I read that. But that makes sense to me. I feel like that does resonate, that there was some very strict laws about what you could show, and so that the tentacle became sort of a replacement for the penis.
Yeah.
And then they got into it because humans are fucked up like that.
They like octopus porn. That's what they like. Octoporn.
As opposed to octoroon.
Octoroon, yep, which is 1/8, yep. And thank you, because that's a new word I've learned. I never heard of that.
Well,
Octoroon.
we're gonna have to find out how offensive it's gonna be. But I meant no offense, and you took no offense, right?
I didn't.
No, it's historical. It's historical.
It's a word that's been used
It shows that
for centuries.
people back then were like just obsessed with race. And then I feel like they got less obsessed. Now they're back to it.
Absolutely.
So maybe we'll be hearing that word again, but I hope not. I mean, I'm the old school liberal. I guess I'm showing my age, but Martin Luther King, content of their character, not the color of their skin.
Yep.
Colorblind society. We know, of course we know it, like you're not blind, but you could care less. That I thought was the goal. But
now people are, like you're saying, people are picking it back up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, I also get that side a little bit because, there's still lots of racism in America. It's not like we got rid of it.
Yeah.
But it's like saying there's criminals. Yeah, there's always going to be criminals. And there's always going to be...
It became more emboldened in 2016, though.
Absolutely. Trump gave them a lot of permission.
And as soon as he got in there, now the racial slurs are going up. People are being more violent towards, POCs or whatever. It became a super hatred society. And it seemed like it was happening, and it was bubbling up. And he just basically just turned the flame on.
It was a combination of, and of course,
turned it up.
He's part of this, but it was a combination of Trump in and also after 8 years of Obama.
Yeah.
So anybody who was not really down with the idea of a black family eating off the White House china, shall we say?
I got
Anyone who was not really down with that,
had a voice.
Well, they just it
came out.
There was going to be some level of backlash.
Right. We've been waiting for this.
Yeah. I mean, the reason why I gave him $1 million was the second. I thought him having a second term was even more important than the first term.
Yeah.
It had to be a successful presidency, or else they would have said, "Well, we tried it,
but never again."
Well, it didn't. And the truth is, it was like among the most successful because I still don't think they really talk about it enough. He came in like in the middle of a shitstorm,
Absolutely.
the economic crash, the worst kind of shitstorm, and made the right calls.
Yeah.
Saved GM, bailed out the banks as much as people hated that. Mm-hmm. I mean, I think people really don't understand enough how close we were to a depression, not just a really bad recession, and how they, looking back, they kind of they made the right moves.
Yeah.
And as much as people were screaming at them.
It had to be done. I remember how much pride we took, man. It was 2008. We took so much pride, man. At 91, there was this, I remember we were at the Chick-fil-A. I was at VCU at the time.
VCU?
Yeah. Virginia Commonwealth University.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I was there, and we were out there marching, and it was this lady at the Chick-fil-A, and she was always so mean, angry lady, whatever. You can't have that. You can't get yourself a sausage biscuit. You can't do that with a chicken biscuit. You can't do that. And we'd be like, all right, well, forget you, fuck it,
Right.
We went in there that night. She was like, I can't believe this happened. She just let us walk out with all the chicken sandwiches and sausage and egg biscuits. Yeah, she didn't even care. She was so flabbergasted. She was, I can't believe that happened. Nah, y'all go ahead. Do what you want to do. Have whatever.
Like the world had come to an end.
Like the world had come to an end.
So just give up.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure she's not here now because that was 2008 and she was like 78 years old.
And that's again, one of my beefs with the left is like, they never acknowledge like where we really are now.
Yeah.
Not all the way, but those kind of people, exactly what you said, they're dead or dying. It's just not where the zeitgeist is.
Right.
I mean, I think bringing up the rear is possibly cops because they still...
Bringing up the rear in 2024 is crazy. That's crazy.
What do you mean?
That's crazy. There's so many. Wow, that's going to be me.
But
so
they
many
also
times.
have the hardest job.
Yeah, I got what you're saying, but Bill, we're about to get memed and shit for that comment. They're gonna meme the shit out of this.
The cops won't like it.
No, forget the cops. It's the internet. The motherfuckers, and they brutal.
It's okay.
Fuck them.
Look, I've defended the cops and also been very hard on them when they deserved it, and also want people to acknowledge that from when I started, because I just did a book where I went through all the editorials over the years, so I know exactly what I used to say, and it's different than what now. There was a number of them that were about how whatever cops do, they just will say, well, we actually did it by the book, and we did nothing wrong, and none of them ever went to jail. And that's different now.
Yeah.
Like, there's been a dozen cases where they go to jail, most famously the George Floyd case, and where the other cops don't defend. It used to be like the blue line, and there is never a crack in it. That's not where we are now. I'm not going to, pretend we're in a place that we're not. That's not what I do for a living. It's not what anybody should do in journalism. Talk about where we are. But, I'm sure there's still, some pullovers and shit that should not be happening. I just think it's ingrained in the police culture a little bit.
Yeah, I think police are damned if they do and damned if they don't.
Correct.
You got the hardest jobs in the world, and at the same time, one false move and, it's either a wrap or, now like you're saying, now you're getting locked up or something. And being on the end of it, because I have been wrongfully detained before. I got wrongfully detained in 2020. You saw that?
I think, what happened?
When I was on Ventura. I was running down Ventura, and the cops came up. They had the guns on me and all of that.
Running?
Yeah, I was running.
From what?
I was just exercising.
Oh.
Because I was gaining weight. Yeah, and when I gain weight, I don't gain weight like a normal person like you. You probably gain weight in your stomach or your face, your arms.
I don't gain weight.
You don't gain weight at all. Well,
I make sure I don't.
Yeah. But if you ever did, well, it's not. If you ever gain weight, hypothetically, you gain weight as a dude.
I gained weight at your age.
Yeah. Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah. I was much less careful about what I eat.
But you had like a gut or something. You know what I mean?
I've never had a gut.
Okay.
But I've been at my most probably almost 20 pounds heavier at one point. So yeah, I get it. So you porked up a little. You're running, and
so they just up a little.
So they just tackled you just because you were a black man running?
I wasn't tackled. They had the guns on me. They told me to get on the ground. The first one did. And then the other ones came up, and I was on the ground. Now I got 4 cops with their guns on me.
But is it because you look like somebody who they were looking for?
That's what they said. But
is this, do police work? This
Right.
is a guy jogging.
Right. Exactly.
And they just then invite all this criticism about being racist, and it's valid.
And it seems fitting now. It seems fitting because of what you just what you just did. Oh, well, you look like who we looking for. Well, my black dude with a hoodie.
And
Really?
and that's the first step.
Black guy with a hoodie. How
but
many
like,
others are there?
go a little further.
Yeah.
It's
Say something about my lips or something. Yeah,
I mean,
hey.
get people who like. I mean, I'm sure there are many cops who are better at it and are. I've known good cops, really smart cops who do this kind of work. But I guess not enough. But I always think about when I was in Israel making Religulous, and I had this thermos in my suitcase, which looks just like the bottom of a bomb, I realized. And they took me out of line. But the person who interviewed me was, Israel doesn't fuck around. That ain't the TSA over there.
Right.
That's ex-Army intelligence people. They are this. And this woman took me out, talked to me and my assistant, and in 5 minutes let us go because she used her mind. It wasn't just, you have something that looks like a bomb. Who are you? And she could tell, okay, we're not the people blowing up this plane.
Right.
They are legitimately some comic from America as assistant making a movie, and this is for serial. She had a high IQ.
Yeah, she knows.
We need more of that.
Yes.
Just
better
like,
ways to identify them. Yeah.
He's black. We're looking for a black guy, but not this black guy.
Right.
we have to be able to tell them apart,
Especially not, God dang, you look at me, God dang, it's me. Like, you could have said anybody. Well, they look like Eddie Murphy. They look like Charlie Murphy. Look at him. He looks like.
So
he looks like somebody.
Did you register your unhappiness with this event at the time?
I did. Well, I did at the time. I talked about it
to the cops. I mean.
Oh man, I was pissed off, bro. I was really pissed. But
what did you say?
I was like, yo, get these fucking cuffs off me, yo. Because they were like, oh, we sorry, sir. We sorry, sir. You're not the guy. I was like, I know I'm not the guy. I tried to tell you that. You know what I mean?
See, here's where that white accent would come in handy.
You're not the guy. Sorry about this. It's totally ridiculous. I told you it was John Mulaney.
That's all it is.
That's all it was, and all it ever will be.
What?
Well, on behalf of all Caucasians, I apologize. I do. We feel terrible.
No, but, no need to, man.
I know. I didn't do it.
Yeah. If you ask me how high I got with Bill Maher, I would say I saw Jesus.
Now, will you be able to perform your little skits tonight at
my little skits? Yes.
Comedy store?
Be,
will you be able to?
I'll be fine. I'm
sure you will be.
It's a 15-minute set, so it's like, you do them. Your homeboy, it's your, hey, who's come through?
Plus, you're a star now.
Yeah.
It's a comedy club. They're going to be very just happy to have you.
But I'm coming with the bars, though. I ain't even lying, so
Yeah, of course.
Got out of bars. Got out of bars, man.
Well, I guess I should let you go so you can get to your 8 o'clock.
Nah, man. I mean,
yeah. Or if you're good,
I'm
once you get me drinking and smoking and having a laugh,
please,
I'm
brother.
Irish. It's very hard to stop me.
Let's when can I ever say? When will I ever be able to say that I did this shit, man? Like this is.
We can do it again. Before we built the cameras into the walls here so we could do a show. This was always my party house. I don't live here. You think I live here? I live next door. Yeah. I know. This is the place. It always just had a great vibe. So, I never stopped doing that. But you don't live in LA, do you?
I do.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, I'm in the Valley.
Oh, well then it's no problem. Next time there's a party here. Because, as the older I get, I still have a good core of friends my age, but more and more, my friends are not my age, because the kids my age don't want to play anymore. They don't smoke pot anymore, or they have to be in bed by 8 o'clock. I mean, people call me up and they say, "You want to have dinner? I'd love to. How's 6? 6? 6 at night? Are you talking about?
Yeah,
I
no.
can't live that way."
No.
But so, like people your age, I wind up gravitating to because you're still down for like
good
smoking
time.
this
Hell
blunt
yeah.
until you get high.
Yeah, which didn't take very long. That's that Bill Maher strand. That's
Well, I appreciate that. Nothing could really have warmed my heart more than you saying that I get that imprimatur from you.
I'm serious.
That like you, my
Fuck.
pot did not disappoint you. That,
It did not at
that
all.
When it came to my pot, a hero will rise. A hero with, yeah, that's
That's a quote from Dark Knight. You watched the shit?
that's the quote. That's every fucking one of your movies is always a hero will rise. I mean, and always just like how they became. They even when they make a remake,
Mhm.
they're still making it like how I get it, how they became. That seems to be the only story that they want to hear. It doesn't get tiresome.
Hey, man.
I don't know why I'm making you defend all of superhero movies, but I'm doing it. I'm going to make you defend all of superhero movies. What about, Black Panther?
What about it? Like it's
What is your impression? What is your review?
No. It of course the second one felt like it was missing Chadwick. But
There was a second one?
yeah.
I'm kidding.
Okay.
I'm kidding.
So the first one I felt like, okay, everybody's celebrating, but we're celebrating, but we still don't own any of this. You know what I mean?
Of Wakanda?
No. Of the,
It's not real, you know.
no, I understand. No, I'm talking about the budget, man. Like we don't own any of the.
Well, wait a second. Eddie Murphy got an award a few months ago. I can't remember what the organization was, but he made a speech, and in that speech,
About paying your taxes? That one?
No. Maybe that went viral too, but this was well reported. He was getting some kind of lifetime achievement award, and he sure deserves all of them.
Right.
And he said, when I started in the business, like there was one black movie star, Sidney Poitier, and there was like 2 black people on TV, and there was no black cinematographers or directors, and he went through down the list, and he said, we got all that now. That's Eddie Murphy.
Okay.
I'm just saying, things have changed a lot.
No, I'm not talking about from an actor standpoint. That's not what
Yeah.
I'm talking about. I'm talking about from a standpoint of straight up ownership, kind of like Tyler Perry did
Tyler Perry.
with taking it from the ground and now building and everybody having a piece of it. It's like, okay, yeah, that's over there. That's at Marvel.
Do you watch Tyler Perry movies?
Seldom. I do.
Really?
I watch them sometimes just to, okay, like I'll give you an example. The recent ones that he's come out with, man, let me give props to him because to be able to go from 0 to 100, how he took everything. He was a homeless man. He was homeless.
I didn't know that. Really?
Tyler Perry was homeless. Tyler Perry, he wrote these screenplays and then created this one character, Medea, that
Right.
that just went through the black community and caused like an uproar. Like when I was 14 years old and I went down to Key West and I was hanging out with my cousins, they were playing that downstairs. They were watching. I had never seen it before, but it's like a cultural thing. And to be able to take that, elevate it, and now you're a billionaire. Like we don't own any of the Universal. We don't got any of that. You know what I mean? Tyler Perry has it, but god dang it, is there a way to put everybody in a position? Is there a way to do that? Now, I don't know. Maybe it's something that's been
Time.
proposed for years. But
That's
we
the
keep
answer.
saying time, Bill, but time is ticking. Time is wasting.
And time is changing because there are Tyler Perrys, Jay-Z's, LeBron
True.
James. There's billionaires now. I mean, there's a bidding war now going on between two, not just two white billionaires, but two white Nepo baby billionaires.
Oh, Lord. That means,
Paramount.
billionaire nut.
Paramount
That's crazy.
is on the block. Paramount, CBS and
Yeah.
Paramount, same company.
Yeah.
Okay. The bidding war is between the son of Larry Ellison of Oracle, one of the richest men in the world, lives in San Francisco, his kid, and Edgar Bronfman, who was the scion of the Bronfman liquor family. They're Seagrams. They're from Canada.
Oh, wow.
I
Okay.
believe Montreal. Billionaires. So, and I'm sure these are nice people, whatever. I'm not knocking them. They were born who they are, but there's two Nepo baby
Okay.
white billionaires. What I'm saying is, yeah, that's still a lot of the world we live in. I just don't know how to, and it would be a better and more fair world if there was some black billionaire Nepo baby to compete with them. That will happen, but I don't know anything we can really do to make that happen like that.
I mean, hey, Blue Ivy might be one of them, or maybe one
Right, exactly. And that
Yeah.
will that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, yeah.
But I don't know what we can actually, you can't just snap your fingers and make that happen,
Right.
as a lot of the social justice warriors would want you to believe, that you can just somehow mandate that or legislate that. It would be a better world if we could, but it will just happen. And the thing is, it is happening. I mean, there is that, and economics is the one place, like especially family wealth. It's like crazy. How does that be addressed? Now, some people would say reparations, like make white people write a check. That's California has voted on this.
Yeah.
Not for it yet, but like, I would not endorse that solution, but I understand the impetus for it.
Yeah. You
But
understand? I mean,
It's asking white people who are also economically right on the edge to write a check for people who they personally never did anything against.
and a lot of people will
it's
say
just not
that.
going to happen.
Yeah, well, yeah. And a lot of people will say that. A lot of people will say, all right, well, it wasn't us. We didn't do it. So, you know, why do you need it for? Well, it's like, I don't know, there's still trauma that's just generational trauma. There's a lot.
Totally.
There's so much.
That will
you
not
know.
go away for hundreds of years.
Right.
You
right.
you don't, the level of healing is always going to be commensurate to the level of injury. If the level of injury happened over hundreds of years, the level of healing is not going to happen in a generation or two.
No, but I'll tell you this. And I think it was a Dave Chappelle bit years ago what he said.
He said, nobody's gonna be racist. Nobody's gonna be racist when everybody is the same fucking color.
You're good.
And by God, that's real shit.
That's like Dave now, isn't it? Smoking Dave. He's Dave that will do 4 hours. He does 4 hours, do 4 hours on stage. That Dave.
Do you ever go out with him and his traveling road show? I know so many comics who say, not so many, but some who say, like, I ran into Dave and said, what are you doing Friday? It'd be great to see you. I'm doing a show there. Oh, what are you doing? I don't know. Why don't you open for me? Like there's just this freewheeling aspect that I get about his cavalcade.
I opened up for Dave Chappelle for his first Netflix special.
Oh.
And if you look in the credits, it says the thanks. It says Jay Pharoah.
Oh.
He let me open up for him. And that was a dope night because Stan Lathan was there. Everybody, like people that okay, Def Comedy Jam was like, as a kid, I'm watching that. I'm like, yo, this shit is crazy. Everybody's running, like people running around, slapping the leg. Like, it's insane. But the jokes are so high, like, they're so high energy, So you're sitting there watching the guy who take that, and you're out there and doing a good job. Like, I got a standing ovation. I get off stage. Dave's coming down the stairs. Jay Pharoah, how were they tonight? I said, dude, I got a standing ovation. He said, word. Now I got to throw out all these Jay Pharoah bomb jokes. I was going to be out there. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen. I'm sorry for that little stinker that came out.
That's funny. That's really funny.
It's real, though, man. Like, so, the fact that, yes, I have worked with Dave Chappelle. I have worked with Dave, and, man, he's a sweetheart. He's the sweetest dude.
Oh, that's good to know.
Yeah, you've met him.
Of course I've met him.
Yeah, you've met Dave Chappelle.
Yeah, I can't get him here, which I would love to. Also, please help. And I can't get him on real time. I'd love to have him on either or both. But I don't hold that against anybody. People have I say no to people too. We all do what we got to do, and we all are going where we're going. And just like we don't want to be stressed by any relationship, we don't want to be stressed by any professional relationship either.
Absolutely.
So, Dave knows I would love to have him, but he's got his own thing going on, and I'm an admirer, as I am, of anyone. I love anybody who says, I will not let the mob tell me what I can or cannot say.
Absolutely.
I don't care how loud they're screaming at me.
Absolutely.
Kanye said it too.
Yeah.
When he came out for Trump, and he, I could not disagree more, of course, about the Trump thing, but I loved it when he said, the mob can't make me not like him. We need so much more of that. What the mob can't make you do.
And those are the most unapologetic people, and those are the warriors. It's like, because I'm ready to die. I'm ready to die about what I'm standing on, and I don't care what anybody says. You're not going to move me from that. I'm a pillar on this, and I'm going to stand on it. And those type of folks, hell yeah. And Dave is,
I mean, look, is he to my view, way more obsessed with the trans thing than he needs to be? But that's his thing. So what? Get over it. It's free speech. And plus, I think I get why that sticks in his craw. Because I think, and again, you correct me, because you would know better than me, but I feel like if I was a black person, I would also be peeved by all the minorities who kind of glom on to the victim thing when they just don't have the same purchase on that. Like Indians and blacks, that's one category. And then everybody else, people have been mean to everybody, but it's just not like these other two things. And I feel like that's what pisses them off about trans or anything else that tries to sort of, again, leech off that level of victimhood. You just don't have it. So stop putting yourself up on the same shelf.
Absolutely. Especially when, like you're saying, especially when it's you don't really do anything. You just sit there. You're part of the problem. You're not getting. You understand what I'm saying?
Who are you talking about now? Who's just sitting there?
What I'm saying, those folks that feel like they're entitled to reparations or whatever. If you're sitting down in your house, you're not doing anything. You're collecting a check. Do you deserve that? Because you're not doing anything to try to get yourself out of the situation. You're not elevating. You know what I mean? You're staying right where you are, but you're just taking the pity off. And you're pretty much already getting it in that standpoint, because you're not doing anything, but you're living. So people are paying for you to live. You're not doing anything about it. You don't have to stay here. You can break through. Anybody can. There's been so many stories in history. Folks that do it all the time. Mm-hmm. Even if you look at Jay-Z, you look at 50 Cent, you look at all these guys who have broken the ceiling on that. Those guys those guys are from those places, and they didn't let their surroundings kind of keep them down in it. Whereas the other folks, they let the surroundings just clamp them, and then they're stuck. And before they know it, now they're still on support at 84 years old or whatever. You're about to die. Your whole life, you didn't do anything.
I love his line. I'm not a businessman.
I'm a businessman.
I'm a businessman.
Yeah. Yeah. Yo, Bill, you ain't want me to do it, but
No.
especially when you had a little bit of this right here, when you had a little bit of that right there, that's when it gets deep right there. Yeah. And I wasn't again, I wasn't trying to it's just like free flowing and natural, Yeah. Because
I love the song he ends when he goes, "It's only entertainment." You know that song? Stupid shit or so. It's something, I forget. Something with shit in the title.
Nah, it can't be. Whoa, ape shit. Ape shit. Was it ape shit?
No. Something. It's like everybody's stupid shit. Everybody's full of stupid shit. That boy, man, when you do people, it's just so right on.
Yeah.
What a great trick to have in your back pocket, because
Hey,
you don't
brother.
need it, because you can just talk also, and I see that you're sort of entering this phase of your career, perfect time to be more like, this is me, this is the real me.
Yeah.
But it's great to always have that thing in your pocket.
Well, I think about it like this. Your talent somehow has made somebody happy, it's made somebody laugh, whatever. People that come up to you, they're fans of you, whatever. They quote your stuff, whatever. Mine started with just doing impressions. Hey, I could do stand-up in certain environments, but if I didn't know the environment, I couldn't do it as well as I wanted to. Just because I got to be able to study. I got to be able to study where the hell I'm headed. You know what I mean? I'm like a lion. I'm over there studying, I used to do stand-up at school. I do stand-up at my church. Boom, kill there. Go out. I was a sheltered kid for so long. Apostolic family. Apostolic family. From the age of, 6 to...
So that's some sort of super Christy.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. It's...
But you got over it?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Oh, good.
I had to... Oh, man. Oh, did I break out? Ooh, boy.
Thank you, Jesus.
Listen, nothing happened bad to me, but whatever. Things happen in the church. That's how they are, whatever. But coming from that and finally breaking out and getting a chance to live, it was total. Oh my God, dude! It was oh man, Bill.
Well, it seems like you're living your best life. You got to be on stage in 20 minutes, so I'm gonna release you back into the wild. But I would stay here all night. You're a pleasure.
Absolutely, man. You too, brother.
Club Random.
Only the first time, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'll see
come
you
back.
back here. Cameras or no cameras.
Absolutely.
Club Random.